Welcome to episode 39 of the OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back. My name is Jack Minoaks.
And I'm Brian Hines. With us, as always, is the disembodied voice of our producer, Tiny Brian.
Hey guys, I am currently in the chat room on OVW's YouTube channel as at OVW Podcast. It's also our channel in case you want to go subscribe to us. I am in there looking for all your questions and comments, concerns, complaints, whatever you got. We want to talk about it, so get in there right now. Tag me in your posts at OVW Podcast. Let us know what's going on. We will address your questions a little later.
Enough about us. We're here every week. We have a very special guest this week, though. Sorry to leave you in wait like this, Mr. Shanklin. We have Showtime Shanklin. How are you doing?
I'm doing very good. Great to be here. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for joining us
Joining
this evening.
Yeah, thank you for joining us. I do have a question. I do want to jump in kind of hot to it really quick. It seems you and Justice Davis have been kind of tagging together. Seems like you guys have a good chemistry. You guys were slated against each other in a multi-man match at the pay-per-view this past week. You ended up eliminating him. Yes. And then it seems like you guys maybe didn't see eye to eye, which led to you getting eliminated.
Yes.
Tomorrow you have a match with Beaches and Cream, the tag team champions, one of the most dominant tag teams in OVW history. How are you and Justice going to get on the same page?
Well, me and the Iceman, Justice Davis, we go way back. We come up through the academy together, train together, neck and neck. It's always been a competition level between me and him, but by the end of the day, that's my brother. Without him, some things wouldn't be possible there. So for us to get on the same page to take on Beaches and Cream this week, it shouldn't be much of an issue. We're just gonna have to, put together our tactics. Some of the stuff we used to do back when we was training together.
Sure.
Get on the same page, because by the end of the day, we both want to win, no matter what.
Sure.
As far as tough love. Like I said, it was a great competitive match. We did our thing. By the end of the day, we each want to win.
Sure.
We each want opportunities, but when it comes to working together, no doubt about that. We got each other's back.
So everything is okay at the Justice Davis Showtime Shanklin camp?
Oh yes, for sure. Like I said, we threw each other through each other hard.
Sure.
At Tough Love. But
back on the same page.
We should be back on the same page, ready for Thursday night.
Looking forward to it. If you chat have any questions for Showtime Shanklin, please put them in the chat. Maybe we don't follow the traditional super chat rule with a guest here. If you see anything pertinent, Tiny Brian?
Anything, go ahead and get your questions for Showtime in right now, and we will pull those up to the top. Other things, yes, we want to get those too. I'll be watching, but specifically for Showtime Shanklin, we're going to come through and have those questions immediately.
So Showtime, it seems like 2025 has been a little bit different for you.
Yes.
Tell me about that.
Well, I feel like this year I needed to step up, as far as, in ring work, and as far as physically wise as well. I'm working on my body, trying to get bigger, better, and better shape. Whereas last year I didn't feel like I was 100% giving it my all, but this year I want to take a different take on everything. I want to convince everyone that every time, each and every night I get an opportunity, that I'm out there to win, and that's what it's all about.
What do you think changed?
I would say my persona, my energy.
Okay.
And my aggressiveness. I have to be more aggressive out there, let, my opponent know that this is my ring and I'm ready to take over, because when I'm in there, it's showtime.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it. We'll go ahead and do some tour updates really quick.
All right. Every Thursday, OVW Rise, Hot Point Davis Arena at 6:30. OVW March Mayhem 2025, Hot Point Davis Arena. That is March 29th. OVW Appalachian Armageddon in Pikeville,
Got to
Kentucky.
get it right.
Yeah, I know. I'm from Ohio. I've heard all about it. As part of the legendary Hillbilly Days Festival, that is April 25th. And there is a free, zero-charge show at Element Eatery in Cincinnati, Ohio, and that is June 28th. Perfect for summer vacation.
Absolutely.
You can get tickets to any and all events and anything in the future from OVW at OVWTix, that's TIX.com.
And we're sure that there will be a lot more dates announced. Kind of the OVW Summer Tour has become a crown jewel of sorts for OVW over the last couple of years. Showtime, I guess this would be your first summer tour coming up this year?
I would say it would be my second. I went on tour a little bit last year,
A little bit?
Yes.
Do you have a favorite story from one of the house shows you've worked for OVW?
I would just say, a lot of my favorite stories come from, once again, we bring up Iceman. We did a lot of tag matches on the summer tour last year, and, being there, having each other's back, taking on everyone and whoever wants to step up,
Well, you worked Manchester last year.
Oh, yes, I definitely did.
Great show.
That was a very great show.
We got our first question from the chat room for Showtime. Becky Katie, legendary merchandise lady for OVW and administrator of the OVW Academy, asks, Showtime, who is your favorite administrator at OVW Academy?
No pressure, Showtime.
Favorite administrator, hands down, Becky Katie. Without her, I wouldn't be able to, step foot through those doors each day. I wouldn't feel welcomed as much as I am, because she's always been there, always there to help out, give me great advice to want to, better myself and help me with my overall, demeanor and everything I need to do.
Okay, but who's the real answer? I'm just kidding. We love Becky. We love Becky.
Becky's wonderful.
Becky is an awesome
Thank
person.
you for the question, Becky.
Thank you.
Mikhail Valiant asks, so if you're on tour, does that make you a globetrotter?
That does not make me a globetrotter. When I'm on tour, it's only one thing, and it's showtime. What that means is when I'm in there, there's no globetrotter, no tricks, none of that. We're there to win.
Roger Dorn is asking, who are some of the talent that you look up to for advice that isn't a coach? Like someone outside of the academy in the actual locker room. Who's been helpful?
I would say number one, the man himself, Cal Hero. He's always been helpful, upbringing. And when I first got there, he always been a helpful hand and trying to teach us all how to be better, how to stay better. Mm-hmm. He's one of the guys for sure.
Great answer. Anything else from the chat?
Yeah, GFG 80_806 TTV, it rolls right off the tongue, asks, when was the moment, like in your coming up, when you realized that wrestling was the career you wanted to pursue?
That's a good question. It was back when I was 22. I was working jobs, and I just needed to figure out what I needed to do to get a career going, what I really love, what I always had a passion for. And digging deep down as growing up, thinking about wrestling, that's all I used to watch. I played every video game, had the figures and everything. And I figured that should be what I should do with my life. So I'm here chasing this dream now, and we're gonna get to bigger, better things. For right now, we're doing what we can to maintain and keep everything going.
Well, do you think that there was a difference? I know when I was a younger man that it was so hard to feel like I had a purpose. Did wrestling kind of very instantly did it give you that purpose you were looking for?
Most definitely, man. Once I started training there at OVW, man, I felt like, this is definitely what I should have been doing. I wish I had started right out of high school, man, but, undecided with things and careers and trying to, get life going.
It happens to the best of us, man.
Yes.
And I'm far from the best. So, but it happens. I'm glad that you feel like wrestling is giving you the things that you were looking for.
Yes, it definitely has.
Is that Tony Bryan?
Kentucky Model Garage.
That's our friend Matthew.
Hey, Matthew.
Hey, Matthew. He asks, would you want to go wrestle for the OVW title sometime? Let's say, what title is in your sights?
Well, right now, I just competed in a gauntlet match this past Saturday at Tough Love.
Great performance in that, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you very much. I competed in that for the media title. Whereas right there, I look at that as an opportunity. Mm-hmm. So right now, that title is on my mind, and I feel like I have to get that title now because I had to compete. And I went out there, I gave it my all, and left everything in the ring. So that title right there is definitely one of my minds. Of course, the heavyweight title and world championship, but right now the media title is something I have on my mind.
Sure.
Most people got to build to those big heavyweight national those sort of titles. You do a little rush, you do a little tag, you do a little media, whatever needs going on.
Right.
I think that media title I think you'd look real good with it.
Yeah.
I think you'd look real good with it.
Showtime.
I can see it. I can see when you talk about it. It's clicking there in the back of your head.
Yes, I see it.
Do we have anything else, Tiny Brian?
We're still waiting on some more right now.
Okay, perfect. Right. So we're talking to Showtime Shanklin, OVW superstar Showtime Shanklin. Oh, the glasses are off.
Oh,
yes. The glasses. Now we're getting serious.
Now we're serious.
Okay, we better mind our P's and Q's.
Brian Hines.
So, One of the things I wanted to ask you about was, I think it was the Manchester show, I saw you in a match, and you went off the top rope. And
Right.
before you went off the top rope, you took your shot.
Right.
And the landing was just so incredibly smooth. Where did you learn to do that, and what inspired you to get into high-risk maneuvers like that?
Well, that's your first point. I learned it through the OVW Academy, training there.
Of course,
They got the best trainers, Cash Flow, Tony Gunn, Doug Basham, Al Snow. You learn everything the right way. Well, as far as inspiring me, I'm a basketball player, so I think high, jumping, leaping.
Yeah.
I figured maybe going off the top, shooting a jump shot, being a little different, putting my character over as far as basketball because I love it, and the wrestling as well, into a roll landing wrestling. But, I feel like, it's a mixture of that, basketball and wrestling in the perfect way.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't think there's any better way to explain it.
Do you ever miss playing basketball?
Oh, yes, always. But I still play when I get the chance.
Sure.
I always still play.
You played in this very building. It's a game of horse, but it still happened.
Right.
I definitely did.
That video's back in our YouTube. Go look at that.
We're not going to bring that one up right now. We're not
GFG _ 806 TTV once again with a question, wondering about the name Showtime Shanklin. Was there a specific inspiration for Showtime, or where'd you get? Where'd that come from?
Once again, that is a very good question. Showtime comes from basketball. If you know the Lakers, you used to call them Showtime Lakers back in the day. And then, I'm thinking, okay, basketball, wrestling, something, give me something that goes with Shanklin. Showtime Shanklin.
It's perfect.
Yes.
It's got a good alliteration to it.
what do you think about Luka going to the Lakers? That's the real question.
I think it's great. We did lose Anthony Davis,
Yeah.
a big man, a solid big man, but Luka, he's there to bring, he can bring a lot of playmaking to the table.
Definitely.
As you can see, him and LeBron, I feel like, they can play together well, get the chemistry right, pick and roll, all that, it's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, it's going to be insane watching those two guys play
yeah.
basketball together.
Yes, they actually play the Mavericks on the 25th. I'm looking forward to that.
That's where Davis went, right?
Yes.
Yeah, because Luka. That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Looking forward
So,
to that.
are the Lakers your team?
Yes, always been my team.
Who is your favorite Laker of all time?
Kobe Bryant.
It's Kobe,
Yeah.
man.
It's got to be. If
Always
it's not
Kobe
Magic
Bryant.
Johnson, it's that. And you're young enough that Kobe's really kind of in your wheelhouse.
Oh, yes.
Do you watch college?
Yes, I watch every now and then when I can.
Louisville? It's okay. We'll be okay with you.
I'm a big Louisville fan, but lately I just haven't. Like I said, I've been so caught up with the wrestling
Sure.
and stuff and trying to get myself.
He doesn't have time for it. Doesn't have time for.
Well, I mean, the big tournament is coming up. We can't say the name of it because they're going to make us write a check. But maybe we can catch up with you during the tournament, and we can talk about the state of affairs and stuff.
That'd be perfect.
I don't watch a lot of college basketball, but I love a good tournament.
Right.
So I will literally camp out for hours while
sure.
it starts. Because it starts on like a Tuesday or a Wednesday or something, and it's like games all day long.
For sure.
So I'm really looking forward to it.
Oh, yeah, it'll be a fun time. Great time.
Yeah, we'll get you and Dustin Jackson come down here and talk.
Oh, yeah, yes.
Yeah, he had some thoughts about that too.
Yeah.
So, Cosmic Joe Chronicles has another interesting question. We recently had a intergender mixed tag match in OVW. We don't do those every day, but we did have one recently. He asks if you found yourself facing one of those and had the ability to pick any of the OVW women's locker room to be in your corner, who you take into that match with you?
Possibility of having that match, that would be awesome. That would be very nice. As far as any of the women in the locker room, there's so many great young talent back there as far as women's wrestling. I can't pick a favorite, man. They're all pretty good. Mm-hmm. They all have their own special abilities and special ways as far as wrestling and this industry. But
probably the smart decision. Really.
Right now, it's just Showtime, baby.
Yeah, it's Showtime.
Yeah.
Right now, it's Showtime.
Right.
It is Showtime.
Bunny B, legendary OVW Davis Arena attendee. She asks who kind of inspired you, like wrestling-wise, like outside of OVW when you were growing up. Who was your guys? Who was your folks?
Number one, I would say Edge.
Okay.
But he always felt something watching him. The character, charisma. Rey Mysterio, Mick Foley,
Sure.
Booker T, all those guys, man. They had Randy Orton. The list goes on. All those guys brought something special to the table, you know. And when they're on the TV screen, you want to watch them. You're locked in, you know. And it's always great to watch them. And as far as Mick Foley, he's been in OVW recently. It's always cool seeing him there.
What's that like? Having somebody like Mick Foley around.
That's not intimidating at all, I'm sure.
Oh, it's very intimidating.
Yeah.
Very intimidating. It's very unreal, you know. He's actually taller than I thought he was. You know, he's about taller than me.
Yeah.
You know, he's a pretty tall guy. He's, you know, it's very special, you know, seeing him, meeting him, you know. And I never thought I'd ever meet him. I remember this match he had at WrestleMania 22 against Edge, which is one of my favorite matches when he got speared through the flaming table.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You know, every time I see him, I think about that match, man. But you know, it's just unreal. You know, it's very cool having him there.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So the stipulation questions continue. Roger Dorn asks if you had to have a 30-minute or an Iron Man match with someone, who would you like to who do you think would be tough? Who'd be good? Who'd put on a good show with you?
I would say maybe Dustin Jackson. That'd be. I feel like we'll go head to head. You know, be a banger, man. We're two guys, two very athletic.
Two local gentlemen too. Two gentlemen of Louisville.
Yes, I feel like 30-minute Ironman match with them it'll be tough.
Yeah,
it'll be pretty good competition in that ring.
For the Country Boy Media title.
I was gonna say he's got perfect. The title you're looking for. So
yes.
Do we have other questions, Tiny Brian?
Oh yeah. GFG _806 TTV had sworn off asking questions, but he does have one more.
Now, keep them coming. They've been good questions.
Please,
these are good questions. These are very good questions.
How do I follow Showtime on social media?
Bam.
Oh, good question. You can on Instagram you can follow me at _X Showtime, and on Facebook it's Showtime Shanklin. Those are the two I have right now. We're looking to create more as we get into things, but right now it's just _X Showtime on Instagram and Showtime Shanklin on Facebook.
Yes, we tagged you in the Facebook post when we started this, so hopefully people will see that.
Oh, yeah.
I have a question for the chat.
Okay.
What do you want in 2025 from Showtime Shanklin? We'll gather those for the end.
These are great questions, man.
While we're waiting on that, I do have another one. DJ Eric, who apparently turns 21 tomorrow.
That checks out. Yeah, that checks out.
He asks, who would win in Showtime versus Leather Daddy Doug in a basketball game?
Come on now.
That's a gimme.
I was going to say that you got to have a layup occasionally. So
respect, Leather Doug Basham. He's a very great guy. My coach, but it's Showtime, man. On the court, on or off the court, it's Showtime. Whether it's him or anyone else.
I love it.
Respect to you, though, Doug Basham. Shout out you.
I love. Yeah, I kind of can't get over just your response. Come on.
I can't get the image out of my head, like him being under the basket and like,
come on,
and you just Vince
dunking over him like
him.
you're Will Ferrell and Elf, and he's like here, and you're just like,
oh my goodness, man,
slam it.
Goodness.
Just you putting Doug on a poster, man. That would be great.
Posterize him. DJ Eric then suggests, since he's interested in Leather Daddy Doug Basham, would you have any interest in joining the Revolution? Are you interested in those kind of ways to get ahead?
Yeah, if that phone call comes, that message comes to you, what are you thinking?
Me and the Revolution, we still have unfinished business, man. If you tuned in recently, I had a match against AJZ where I accidentally, I was playing basketball in the backstage area. I accidentally hit Doug Basham in the head with it, and I was put on to face AJZ that night, and it was a very tough match. We both fought, put on a great fight. He's a very great competitive in that ring, man, and big guy. But it wasn't Showtime that night. And as far as Revolution, I still have unfinished business with them. So right now, I'm not focused on that.
Sure, great answer.
But thank you for the question.
Great answer.
GFG _806 TTV. I'm getting it down now. When you ask what they want to see for Showtime in 2025, he says an OVW heavyweight championship opportunity for one Showtime Shanklin this year, followed by 3 muscular arm emojis.
Yes, that would be very great. I would love to have an OVW heavyweight championship opportunity. But with that comes, the hard work, I got to get wins. I got to earn my spot there. I don't feel like I'm 100% there yet, of course not. But I would love to have that opportunity. I'm going to keep doing what I can to get that opportunity and earn it.
So let me ask you this. You don't feel like you're 100% there yet. How far are you, and what do you have to do to get to 100%?
Well, right now it's mainly the weight. I'm working on my body, gaining more weight. Of course, I need more size and more mass to, be able to compete with the top competitors.
Sure.
Not that I can't compete with them now.
No, absolutely not.
Yeah.
But I do feel that I do need to get my weight up. Once that gets up, maybe gain 20 more pounds or so. And I will feel like, if I get an opportunity against one of the top guys, like championship, heavyweight championship, I feel like I will be there. And once that opportunity happens, it will be showtime for sure.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Great answer.
Sacrilegious Heathen says,
Oh,
I
nice.
like Showtime.
So do we.
Seemed like a pleasant comment. I thought I'd share it.
I like you. Thank you.
Maybe we want to take a break at this point, gentlemen?
Yeah, we can take a break real quick. Showtime Shanklin is our guest this evening. My name is Jack Minox. This is
Brian Hines.
You want to stick around for predictions, Showtime?
For sure.
We would love for you to. We would love for you to.
Yeah, that would be good.
This is the OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back. We will be back right after this.
Hey, Brian.
Hey.
Have you seen how cool this shirt is?
I see that.
We have a whole TeePublic shop that sells these.
I did not know that, no.
We do, yes. And we have links in all of our social media about it. You can get this or you can get the unofficial.
You can get this or you can get that.
That is absolutely true.
I honestly don't know
Hey, my
what
name's
just
Mark
happened.
from the OVW Fan Zone.
A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow. The wrestling brand.
I'm Sarah and I'm with the OVW Fan Zone.
I'm Christian and I'm with the OVW Fan.
I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
Hey, it's me, Cal Hero. I am at the OVW Fan Zone. Come on, hang out.
Welcome back, OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back. My name is Jack Minox. We are joined by Showtime Shanklin.
Yeah.
I felt so bad the last time we let him sit here without acknowledging him. I wanted to make sure that I acknowledged him. I didn't want to. We have a superstar in our midst, Brian Hines.
We most certainly do.
Speaking of super, Mikhail does ask, Showtime, are you the fake Super Z?
Come on, man. Come on.
I mean, yeah, he got shot down in the chat room itself. I just felt I had to ask.
Come on now.
All right, so shall we get into our favorite time of the week?
It is
predictions.
It is a time of the week.
Predictions.
Okay. So the prediction part's fine. That part, the predictions.
And please, we have guests.
Yes.
Well, we have an animation. I got to make some noise under it. I don't know. All right. They're loving the Come On Man, by the way. That seems to be getting quite the reaction. Yeah, make sure to give us a like, by the way. If you're here watching live, hit that like button.
Give Showtime.
Come on, man. Like up
for Showtime.
Yeah, like up for Showtime. Let's get into the predictions, Tiny Brian.
All right, let's get into it. If I can remember where in my notes that is. Here we go. Let's get into the review, first of all. Last week, I think we all kind of decided that Jack Vaughn was going to lose that dance off. We didn't know he was going to lose his chest hair. That was hilarious.
No, it was genuinely disturbing.
Yeah, well. Donovan didn't end up facing Anthony Tortelli last week, did he?
No, he did not.
No, I didn't think so. Neither did the Super Z. Yeah, most of this didn't happen. You guys both predicted Sofia would beat Tatovic.
Which we were wrong about.
Which you were wrong, at least in that moment, about. And unfortunately, both of you took J-Rod to beat Haley J. So you did. You kind of split it this week, doing both. You kind of got one and missed one. So. No. Yeah. One more. Jackman, you correctly predicted that Mount Kadim would retain in the heavyweight championship bout against Jesse Goddard's. So you get the advantage this week, Mr. Oates. So let's get into our first bout of the evening that we have listed here. It is Anthony Katina, very sorry, versus the someone named Tyler Johnson, who I've never heard of.
Jordan. Showtime, feel free to interject. I know that you got to share a locker room with these guys, but if you have any observations about these guys that you want to share, not necessarily predictions, but observations, you shared a ring, you shared a locker room with them, we'd love to hear them.
Yeah, please.
So Anthony Katina, well, I mean, let's just be honest. It's Anthony Katina, man. The guy's on fire.
And, I mean, you probably have some feelings after being eliminated in the gauntlet match. Do you have anything to that you'd like to say?
Man, Anthony Katina, that was a very smart move of him. What he did this past Saturday at Tough Love. After had my match, I defeated my brother Iceman. But he caught me off guard. He got me on that one. But as far as him, I mean, like you say, he's Anthony Katina, man. He's got a lot of talent.
He's very talented. How did you feel in that moment where you realized that he kind of got the best of you?
Man, at first I was in disbelief. I was shocked. If you could watch it back, you look at me. I look at the ref. I'm like, what happened? But he got me. That's all I can say. He got me. He got me on that.
Apparently, there's some people questioning about Anthony Katina as well as Tyler. So he has arrived in just the last few weeks. But he is an experienced. He's not coming out of the academy. He's an experienced guy, isn't he?
Katina?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he was. He'd been to Mexico and somewhere else internationally.
Japan.
If I remember right. Yeah.
Yes, that's correct.
Yep. Commentary made sure to let us know that Anthony Katina.
And he's back in OVW.
He's back. Yeah.
So you're both taking the number one contender to win this bout.
I am.
Hans?
Yeah, I'll go with that.
All right. Next, we have Eric Surge of the Nightmare Rumble fame taking on the Mammoth Donovan Cecil. Reinforce everything.
Man.
It's going to be a big match.
Those are some
That's
big
a big
boys.
match.
Yeah. It's a big, strong match.
Do you have any insights on either of these two guys?
I've faced Donovan Cecil once, but I was... he's a very strong guy, man. Very talented. He's a Kentucky strong man.
Yeah.
Eric Surge, I've shared the ring with him in the I think it was the Thanksgiving reverse Royale we did.
Okay.
Oh
right
yeah.
on.
Yeah, I had an interaction with him. Those two are some strong guys, man. Big strong guys, man. I mean, you're in for a treat.
Yeah. I'm kind of stumped on this one. Eric Surge, hour in the Rumble, has kind of missed his footing, it seems, the last couple of weeks, been unlucky the last couple of weeks, but is an ever-present threat. I know that Donovan Cecil for you is just, and for a lot of people, and I don't disagree with you, is kind of the fully formed, the Haas.
Yeah, but even with that being said, it's hard to predict what I think might happen tomorrow.
I mean, I'll borrow from Showtime. This is a strong match. This is hard. I'm actually going to go against my gut, and I'm going to say Eric Surge, the bomb Eric Surge, takes the victory tomorrow.
I don't know what it is. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I kind of feel like it's going to be a good night for Eric Surge.
All right. Look at that, taking both the team. GFG_806TTV, because I've taken the time to learn it. He predicts, or they, I don't know, robot, whatever that person is, predicts this is going to be the match of the night.
Donovan and
Donovan versus Surge.
It certainly could be. Those are. I feel bad. I feel bad for both of them having to hit each other. Honestly,
I feel bad for the underpinnings of the arena. Really, like the foundations. That's who I'm betting to lose. All right, let's move along, shall we?
Love to.
Now we have. This is a familiar one. This is the OVW Tag Team Champions Beaches and Cream versus Justice Davis and Showtime Shanklin.
Come on, man! It's showtime.
Hey, I like that answer.
Yeah.
Would you like to see yourselves get into, if you were to pull this off? I assume this is a non-title bout. Generally, that's the way it works for these. But if you were to pull it off, that would certainly put you two right there in the center of tag team contention. Beaches and Cream has proved it's hard to be in it's hard to fight with them. That they fight creamy. How would you feel about getting tied up in sort of a longer march suddenly towards the tag team belts?
Right now, it's we're going for the goal. That's what we want. By the end of the day, you want to get the wins. You want to get whether it's beating Beaches and Cream, or beating a team like Prime Jackson or Boys Toy Troy. The Only Bros. What you want to do is get the win. That's what you want to do.
All right. Let's. So, gentlemen, what do you guys think? Are we both just taking Beaches or Justice and Showtime here?
Yeah.
Okay. Love the loyalty.
Thank you guys.
Okay, let's move along to another big match for the evening. That is Big Zoe versus Tony Evans.
Superior Tony Evans.
Superior Tony Evans with his guy. We're looking for it now.
Excuse me.
What do you think of Tony Evans?
Man, that's a very talented athlete, man. He's got it. He knows how to win.
Mm-hmm.
He knows how to pick and choose.
And he'll do just about anything to win.
He'll do just anything to win, and that's very smart of him.
Mm-hmm. Do you ever, when you see a guy like that that's kind of willing to cut corners, how do you react? How do you feel?
I think it's smart.
Yeah.
I think like I say, by the end of the day, you want to get the win. Mm-hmm. Whether you do what you got to do. Maybe people don't like it. People do like it. You get the win. It's over. That's what you want.
All right.
You got to respect it.
Roy Bischoff, the chat room is behind you. They're all calling you to get the win, except notably for Roy Bischoff. So we can all boo him.
Oh no, we don't boo Roy.
We love Roy.
Roy's a nice guy.
Okay.
But
we can agree to get.
But he's wrong.
Respectfully disagree.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on to our big match of the evening. This is a 4-person tag match featuring Cal Hero, Super Z, Dustin Jackson, and Jesse Goddards versus Doug Basham, Mount Kadeem, Star Rider, and AJZ.
Let me ask you this, Showtime. When you get in a big multi-man match like that, you had a gauntlet match this past week, the reverse battle royale from a few months ago. You get into a big match like this. Like, how do you even keep your head screwed on straight to figure out what's going on?
It's all about knowing, ring awareness, knowing where you are, knowing what you got to do to win, and going out there, giving your opponent whatever you got, you're taking it to him, being very aggressive. Like I say, staying locked in, man, that plays a big role. Just knowing what you got to do, man. That's all you got to do. Stay focused, man.
Stay focused.
And know your opponent.
So we have basically the OVW faithful, Cal Hero, Super Z.
In new gear, by the way.
Yeah, the new gear Super Z.
Yeah, outstanding.
Dustin Jackson, Jesse Goddards versus Doug Basham, Kadeem, Star Rider, and AJZ. This is a big match. Honestly, it's somehow Donovan Cecil and Eric Surge is still bigger, even though there's 8 men in this match. But the possibilities kind of are endless here. Especially, Doug brought out one of, if not the dirtiest dirty trick on the Saturday pay-per-view this past week. We got the X, we got Al coming down to check on him. We got even Dustin Jackson letting his guard down to check on him. We know now at this point Doug's capable of anything, and there's nothing he won't do. So you take that mentality, the mentality that has been the mentality of the Revolution since day one, and you place it up against, this other group of guys who maybe aren't as willing to cut corners and aren't as willing to do anything it takes to win. And then you throw on top of it just the possibility of Jamin Olivencia being able to throw off Cal Hero at any given point.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you guys thought Jamin Olivencia would have a part in this match, like he has so many recently.
I would not be surprised.
I personally do. I just think you have a fifth guy out there potentially in the audience that's going to take the team of baby faces down one. So you're really gonna be playing 5-on-3 at a certain point during this match, I believe. And Jamin Olivencia, he at this point kind of just seems like he's there for the chaos of it all.
You gotta love that too.
I do. Yeah. Because of the factors that I just stated, I'm going with the team of Doug Basham, AJZ, Star Rider, and Mount Kadeem.
All right, Brian.
I mean, after Tough Love, I feel like all bets are off as far as Doug Basham and the Revolution go. Like you said, I mean, I really thought he was hurt, and that was not the case. And so obviously Dustin Jackson did too. Everybody in the OVW locker room, everybody in the fans.
He got us all.
The audience, he got us all.
What was happening? Like, what's the backstage mentality whenever you see all of that stuff happening on Saturday night? Like, can you guys even believe that Doug Basham has gone this low?
Man, Doug Basham, he's gonna do whatever it takes to win, man. He's got it. He got it going on, man. Him and the Revolution, he's trying to build something here, and he's trying to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
And he wants to maintain it. But as far as backstage, it is. You wish you could go out there,
Mm-hmm.
go out there and help them and stuff, but
it's not really.
It's only so much Showtime can do it at that point.
Sure.
Right now, I can't do it alone.
Sure.
But if it takes the whole OVW locker room to get out there and do what we got to do against the Revolution, maybe someday. We don't. We never know.
Sure.
But for what it's right now, it's the Revolution.
Tiny Brian.
All right. Maybe let's take our final break. What do you guys think?
Sounds great. We'll be back, final segment, OVW Fan Zone Live. Right after this, get all of those questions, comments, concerns, complaints, requests, anything wrestling or OVW related in there over the course of this next break. Get in your last questions for Showtime. Tell us who you want to see Showtime face next, what you want to see out of Showtime in 2025. And I guess without further ado, we will be back right after this.
If Allison lives, I'll let old Reynolds' boys go free.
If you marry him, you're no longer a real McCoy.
See the authentic sites of the world's most famous feud. Plan your Hatfields and McCoy's historic driving tour with us today.
Visit tourpikecounty.com for details.
A love and a passion we all share. I've started a wrestling brand. A brand founded on the aspects of wrestling. Two entities working together to create a product that connect emotionally for people everywhere. From counting the lights in your local armory to main eventing in Korakuen Hall in Tokyo, Japan. Collar and elbow. The wrestling brand.
I'm Alex, and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
I'm Ellie, and I'm in the OVW Live Fan Zone.
Dream a reality and attend the world-famous Harvard of Pro Wrestling. The OVW Academy with Al Snow, the birthplace of legends including Batista, John Cena, Randy Orton, The Miz, and many more. Will you be the next name added to that impressive list? Visit OVWacademy.com and apply now.
I want to take a moment to express my deepest gratitude. Without you, there is no OVW. Without your passion, your energy, your unwavering support, there is no us. There's no talent, no production. Without you, there's no OVW. Thank you for being the driving force behind everything we do. The unsung heroes of our saga. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, OVW fans. We can't do it without you.
I'm Layla Fikes, and I'm in the OVW Fan Zone.
Welcome back. Final segment, OVW Fan Zone Live. Come on, man. And Jack Minogues.
I like that.
There was a suggestion that we need a Showtime Shakeland "Come On Man" T-shirt.
I think
we can get that in production. Hey,
I think honestly, I think you need one of those, man. I think you found yourself a
Right.
catchphrase.
Come on, X9. Come on, man.
All right, so we do have some more questions that have came in. Hope a few more still roll in. We got a few more minutes to cover. Christopher Clark asks, not about Showtime, just sort of a general question. When can we see Sophia Rose get an OVW Women's title shot?
I think it's sooner rather than later. Honestly, Sophia Rose is buzzing, red hot, untouchable right now. Can't even do it. Steam rolling off, etc., etc. The only thing is, right now, J-Rod holds the title. This is really kind of up to J-Rod. I'm starting to feel as if Sophia Rose is approaching the point of J-Rod not being able to ignore her. Then again, the last time we saw them in a match with each other, J-Rod knocked her out clean. So I don't know if J-Rod feels necessarily that she owes Sophia Rose a title match. My perspective, though, is it should happen sooner rather than later because Sophia Rose is undeniable right now.
Yeah, I would definitely say so, especially after defeating Tachovic. New Dude review. She's got the stamp of approval from Dude Love. I mean, she's, it's the year of the Rose.
It is. Showtime, did you?
What are your thoughts?
Oh yeah, she got it going. She's very talented. Very great passion for wrestling. She goes out there, she leaves it all out there in the ring. You can tell she wants to win. She wants the opportunity, and I do think she deserves an opportunity for that heavyweight championship. And when she does get it, I got her going up.
Yep. I think to speak to your point, I think that when it happens, when she gets that opportunity, she's gonna know.
Oh yeah.
I'm not leaving this ring without that.
Yeah, she has a lot of fire. She brings a lot of fire in the ring. You can tell, man. She has it.
Absolutely.
She got it going on.
All right, some more questions rolling in here. First, from Sabrina Garcia, she asks, Showtime? What does your family think of your wrestling performance thus far, your career?
Right now, my family, I would say they're proud. They're loving it. I'm leaving it out there in the ring. I'm doing the best I can to do what I got to do to get a win. Get Showtime over, get them out there. But they love it. They love it. They knew I loved it growing up. They enjoy seeing me out there.
Bunny once again asks, what's your favorite food?
Ooh, that's a good question.
That is. I'm hungry, so I want to know.
Favorite food right now for me, I would say salmon. I like salmon.
You go smoked? What do we do?
I like to put it over the grill.
Okay.
Grill it. But
yeah,
I like salmon right
salmon is it took me way too long to figure out how good salmon is.
Yeah, it's very good. Yeah. You put the right seasonings on it.
Yeah.
Man, you can do anything with salmon, rice, pasta. You don't even have to do that. You can put it in some tuna or something.
Yeah.
Sabrina also asks, Showtime, how do you prepare for your matches?
Good question. What I like to do is I like to get in the zone. I like to think of every match as my opportunity to go out there, prove that I want to win. This is what I got to do. So I like to lock in and stay focused. I do. I can't share my pre-match regimen, but for right now, I would just say just lock in, stay focused, know my opponent, and just think about ways I got to do. Think of what I got to do to beat them, and what their weaknesses are, and what I can do better.
Got a song in your earbuds for that?
I listen to a lot of songs, man.
That's a good question. What's a good song that you use to get hyped?
Yeah,
before a match?
what are you playing right now? What's in the top? What's the most recently spun record here?
I would say right now my most recent one would be there's a song I just it was on Instagram I saw. It was on a reel. I was watching. It was a reel. It's called Stricken by Disturbed. That's a pretty good song.
Oh, yeah.
It was on a highlight reel. It was one of those reels you watch.
Yeah,
I think it was a match with Triple H and Jeff Hardy, and the song was playing. I was like, I like this song.
Yeah.
I'm listening to it. It's a pretty good song. It gets you pumped.
Oh yeah, I know that song, man.
Disturbed is good wrestling music, kind of in general.
That song is very good. Stricken.
They were very popular at the skate park when I was growing up.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh,
Get people throwing down on some Disturbed
Yeah,
growing
man,
up.
that's good. Good music.
Roy Bischoff just kind of comments that Showtime, he thinks this has been a great interview. Lots of people are saying you're their new favorite person, and so lots of good reception from the chat room this evening. Just being glad that you've come to visit with us this evening.
Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat.
We'd like to echo that sentiment as well.
Okay,
Thank you for coming down here on a Wednesday night. It's always fun to have any OVW superstar down, but you have made this. So listen, man, why we do this show every week. Some of these people don't talk to us like this. They're here for you, baby.
Oh, yeah.
They're here because they know it's showtime. So
It's
thank
showtime.
You. So thank you.
Thank you.
Did we ask, Bunny had asked, and I don't remember if I've relayed it, do you have a dream match?
As far as OVW superstars?
Yes,
or is it,
among the OVW locker. Well, maybe we'll do
let's
one
do
in
both.
another.
Let's extend
OVW locker room and beyond.
I would say a great match that I've thought about. Like I say, Dustin Jackson, he keeps popping up, man. I feel like that would be a great match, man. The list can go on. Cal Hero, we can put on a great match, maybe, TW3,
yeah.
A lot of guys. Jack Vaughn, I would like to face some of those guys. But
well, you guys how close are you in height to the veteran?
He's taller than me, but I'm up there. I'm up there with him. I'm up there with him though.
Yeah, I was gonna say most people he kind of dwarfs over, but you two would be pretty close to eye to eye.
We're pretty close. I'm sure.
And what about in the wider wrestling world?
Right now, Trick Williams, he's hot.
Yeah.
Carmelo Hayes, LA Knight.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
Those guys, Yeah versus Showtime,
Well, yeah versus Come On.
Come on, man.
Right.
Come on.
Yeah versus Come On, Randy,
Come on, man.
Randy Orton, a lot of guys, that's wrestling rowdy, but it'll happen eventually.
Love it. What else we got, Tiny Brian?
What is your favorite wrestling, what's your favorite wrestling show? So do you prefer WWE, AEW, beyond OVW, obviously? We're talking about the national stuff here. What do you like?
Good question, man. I've always been a WWE guy growing up, man, So I would say WWE. I like AEW. AEW is good. They got great stuff they got going on, too. But growing up, man, I've always been huge on WWE and their superstars and what they got going on. So that's just something that I always will love to watch.
Sure.
Be around.
Well, I mean, it's absolutely insane, WWE in this era on Netflix and these international premium live events and stuff. They've been the industry standard for so long, and it seems like within the last couple of years they found a way to go even further and even bigger. It's absolutely
even another
insane.
gear out of nowhere.
Yeah, another gear out of nowhere. Yep. Well, I think I might know what the gear is. I think, but that's a different show. We'll talk about that later.
So do you like Raw, SmackDown, NXT? What are you watching for? Or do you watch all of it?
I watch all of it, but I'm a big SmackDown guy.
All right.
So I heard that the Wyatt Six and Alexa Bliss have recently been added to the SmackDown roster. What are your feelings on that? Do you have any opinion one way or the other?
Man, it's crazy, man. They're gonna put together a lot of stuff people haven't seen before. I'm sure. Alexa Bliss being back, that's good on her end. I'm sure everyone loves seeing her back, but they're gonna put together some crazy stuff, man. I feel. We're in for a treat.
To it, yeah.
Yeah, I kind of had a feeling that you might have a soft spot in your heart for SmackDown based on some of what you described as your earlier memories with wrestling. Those are all kind of the quintessential peak era SmackDown guys.
Yeah, Undertaker.
Yeah.
When you think about SmackDown, you think about Undertaker. He was on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Growing up and watching them all the time. Batista, guys like that. It was great, man.
Was it on SmackDown where Teddy Long kept sicking the Undertaker on people?
Yes.
Okay. You're facing the Undertaker.
Yes. Can't forget that.
What's your favorite stipulation? Sabrina asked.
Actually, my favorite stipulation right now is Gauntlet. I was just in the Gauntlet match this past Saturday at Tough Love. Being in that match, honestly, was awesome. I feel like that's a great stipulation.
Show opener of the pay-per-view.
Yeah. I came out hot. House of Fire. Crowd.
You're the first person we saw that for the pay-per-view. So,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to have to do it. GFG has asked us a lot of good questions, and he told me I could just call him GFG.
Okay.
Apparently, GFG underscore 806 TTV is his father. Anyway, do you acknowledge Solo or Roman Reigns as the tribal chief?
Oh, no.
Here's a question we've never asked on any of our programming.
No, we haven't.
Roman Reigns, man.
OTC.
OTC.
I got to admit, yeah.
Yeah, I
Any of you two want to take this moment to acknowledge your tribal chief?
I mean, I was Cody Rhodes' guy, man. Come on, come on, like
nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong
like
with
that Cody Rhodes last year at Mania it felt like 5 years of my life that I had finally gotten some sort of payback for. Like between the him retiring and the indie run and the AEW thing, and then him going back to WrestleMania and losing at 39. Like, truly for me, the Cody Rhodes thing, his victory at WrestleMania last year was a weight lifted off of my shoulders. I had spent way too much time concerned with whether or not he was going to win a world championship.
Right. Sure, everybody was, really, though.
Yeah, no, really.
I was, too.
I mean, it was honestly one of the coolest things to live through as a wrestling fan.
Yeah,
just all of that. Just The Rock coming back and the 2-night main event, double main event thing. It was just an incredible time to be a fan, man. Incredible time to be a fan.
Right.
Brian, I don't believe you've acknowledged which tribal chief is your tribal chief. Do you wish to take a stance?
Yeah, Roman Reigns.
Okay. Yeah, Malachi has also acknowledged Roman Reigns back here.
He did. Ito, I promise he did.
Ito is definitely. We haven't seen Ito tonight. I don't know if you're here or not. We miss you, Ito, if you're not with us this evening. Everybody is just the chat room is just a love fest. So
as it should be.
And thanks so much. Let's get in. We're gonna wrapping up here. Let's move on and do the OVW calendar, shall we?
Let's do it.
Right after this show, like literally in about 5 minutes, you're going to get the world premiere of OVW Podcast episode 86, covering OVW Tough Love 2025. So that will be out in literally 10 minutes. Go right over there and watch it.
At OVW Podcast YouTube channel, take the party from this chat, take it over there. We would certainly appreciate it. Unfortunately, Showtime won't be over there, but you can see us.
Yeah, and you're at a desk. It's crazy. So that's tonight. Tomorrow evening at Hot Point Davis Arena, starting just after 6 o'clock, you can see the hottest wrestling in Kentucky with OVW Rise and OVW Overdrive or recording. The big show goes on for a couple hours. It's great. Go watch it. It's well worth your time. We always have fun. Going to be a big show. Tuesday, you can watch OVW Overdrive. Those shows that came before 7 o'clock on Thursday, they come out on Tuesday in OVW Overdrive with Brian Kennison and Dancing Stevie J. It is the show that always kicks out at 2.
And by the way, last week our guest here was on Overdrive. Go back and rewatch that match with Adam Revolver.
Yeah, that's a great. Adam Revolver's always somebody good to get in the ring with. Seems like.
Yeah.
And his face goes well on a thumb. Next Wednesday, 1 week from today, we are back with OVW Fan Zone Live, where fans talk back. I want to give a special, once again, thank you to our guest, Showtime Shanklin. Show, thanks for coming out, braving the weather, coming all the way down here from up in Louisville.
Thank you.
We really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And
I actually wanted to, on the way out here, just turn it over to Showtime, let him kind of speak his piece, say hello to the fans, say whatever he needs to say, and we'll wrap up.
Well, yes, ladies and gentlemen, it is Showtime Shanklin coming to you live here at the OVW Podcast. Now, you're in for a big treat this coming up. OVW Rise this Thursday when Showtime Shanklin and Iceman Justice Davis takes on Beaches and Cream. Not only that, but future shows as well. Stay tuned. I'm the guy to see. I'm the man you want to see.
_X Showtime on Instagram, Showtime Shanklin on Facebook. More stuff incoming. sincerely, this has been amazing. Thank you so much for coming down, man.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Pleasure.
much for
Like
coming
this
down.
stream, guys.
Like this stream.
Like up.
Yes.
Like up.
Like for
Like up.
Showtime. Like for
Like it.
Showtime.
Come on, like up. Come on, man. Like up. Come on, like up.
Get those T-shirts. Get those T-shirts, man.
Come on,
If
man.
you like up, we'll get those T-shirts.
Let me
Get
know.
'em.
Come on, man. Get the T-shirts.